are my top 8. That's 9. What is good, YouTube? I hope everybody is doing great and staying safe and is super healthy and taking precautions during this crazy time. I also hope everybody isn't too bored and they're trying to keep themselves busy in whatever way that may be, whether it's watching movies, watching TV, reading books, playing card games, spending time with family, whatever it may be. I hope you're having a decent time and staying safe. For today's video, I'm going to tell you about everything that I have been watching during this quarantine. I have done absolutely no reading. I'm really disappointed in myself because I love reading and you would think that this is the perfect time for it. You have all this downtime, I'm literally doing nothing, but I've turned to movies and TV instead, which isn't a bad thing because it's keeping me occupied, but like I have 5 shelves in my bedroom full of books that I could be reading and I'm not. But I've been enjoying everything that I have been watching, so I thought, why not tell everybody what I've been watching, what I've liked, what I haven't liked, and yeah. I know you're all probably doing the same exact thing. You've probably watched all of the same thing I'm about to tell you, so yeah, let's start talking about everything I've been watching during quarantine. I'm first going to talk about shows that I have rewatched so far. So I started with Heart of Dixie, which is one of my favorite like feel-good TV shows. It's pretty short, it's so cute, and I ship Zoe and Wade from day one, and I love the show so much. Then I rewatched the 3 seasons of Riverdale to get me ready for the 4th season because I haven't watched in a while and I kind of forgot things that were going on, so I'm glad I rewatched that, and I think I loved it even more this time. It still is very eccentric and very over the top for all this shit, but I really do like it and I love the characters, so rewatch that. I started rewatching Criminal Minds maybe in December or January with my mom. We wanted to finally get through, and once again we stopped at like, I think we're on season 6 and I'm pretty sure I've made it to season 7 or 8 and that's it, and I've never watched past. But now the show is done and over with, so I'm trying really hard to finally go through, watch all of it, see everything. I love the show so much. I don't know why I can never continue it. And the last thing that I rewatched was Legacy season 1 because season 2 came out, so I rewatched the first season. Wow, I love that show. I love all of it. I love the Vampire Diaries, the original. They're all so great. I love this little universe and I'm just really enjoying Legacies. The next 6 shows are shows that I've never seen before that I watched for the first time. And the first one is The Office. Everybody talks about this. You see memes everywhere of it, so I finally watched it. And I did love it. I thought it was good. I understand that Michael Scott is supposed to be like, you love, hate him, but I really don't like him. I hated him the entire time. But I stayed around for the rest of the people in the office, and of course Jim and Pam. They're so cute. Like, I need a gym helper in my life, so hit me up. The next thing was High School Musical, the musical, the series. I went into this thinking I just wasn't gonna like it, but I had to watch it because I was raised on High School Musical. That's my shit. And I ended up loving it. It was so good. Everything about it. I loved the casting. They did really, really well. And Joshua Bassett, who plays Ricky, he is literally Zac Efron. I feel like when they talk, when he started singing, they sound so alike that I was like, they did amazing for that casting. Okay? Wonderful. Next is Soundtrack on Netflix. I liked this. I liked how everything like all of their lives intertwined. I thought that was cute. It's kind of what they do with like, you know, like the movie New Year's Eve or Valentine's Day, stuff like that, how they all somehow intertwine. It was kind of like that, and they all intertwine with music in some way. I thought it was really good. I got bored in some parts, but their story is super cute, and the two main characters' love story and then him falling for somebody else, that was adorable. I did enjoy this, and if more seasons do come out, I will watch them. Wasn't the best, but I did like it. Next was the K&J Reality House on YouTube. I heard about this. It's been on there forever, and I just never watched it. And I watched it, and I loved it. I've been watching Kian and JC for what feels like forever. And this was like a whole different spin. This was like real shit right here. Like, they're taking this seriously, and it's like a real TV show. And I thought it was amazing. And second season, Lena so deserved to win. I thought she was amazing. I really enjoyed it, and I really hope they do a lot more. And plus, I want to be on K&J Reality House, so think of me. The next show, when it first came out, I jumped on it just like everybody else, and that is Love is Blind. I liked it. I thought it was cool. It was very different, and Lauren and Cameron, I wanted from day one, and the fact that they're still together is so freaking cute. I love them so much. I also hate Jessica and Mark more than anything. I didn't like either of them at all. I also didn't like Burnett, or is her name Amber, I think? I hated her. I thought she was too much. And the fact that they're together still is mind-blowing, because she has no goals in life. Like, she was okay with just being a housewife, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But to just assume that he would be okay with that, and that you have all this debt and he would take care of it, it was just very, like, I don't know, very shady to me, and I just wasn't about it, honestly. The last new show that I just watched is not new, it's actually pretty old. It's called Between on Netflix. That was the dumbest show I have ever watched. It's only 2 seasons, and it's about this virus that affects anybody over the age of 22, and you just die. And they're quarantined in their city, and they're not being let out, and the government is shady because they always are. There's a lot of shit going down inside. They try to escape, but the second that they do, they infected the first lady that they met when they were out there and killed her. So it's like, shit. And then eventually they do get out, and they take the antidote. I'm not gonna say anymore because some people may want to watch it, but I just thought it was stupid. I really didn't like it, but I watched the whole thing. I committed to it. But yeah, no, I thought it was dumb. I did forget one show, and it is Normal People on Hulu. I watched this in a day. It didn't take me long. I didn't really like it. When I saw the trailer, I was super excited. I liked that it showed like real life problems that people go through with depression and mental health. I think they did that really well. But I just wasn't a fan of either one of the characters. I feel like they didn't have much going for them. There wasn't really a story. Like, it was more just, I don't know, their messed up relationship and coming back to each other even though they shouldn't come back to each other, and then they do come back, and it's just like a lot of back and forth, and I just wasn't really the biggest fan. We're gonna speed through this next part because it's just shows that I am currently watching, and when the new season gets put on that I watch it. The first is Sex Education. God, I love this show. I think it's so good. I love every single character and their relationships. It's wonderful. Also, the fact that the main character is the little boy from The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. The first time that I watched it, I was like, hey, he's all grown up. But then I realized that I'm also all grown up. So, yeah. That's one. The Masked Singer is currently on TV right now. This show is amazing. I'm really good at guessing some, and then some I have no clue. I really do love this show. I've watched all the seasons so far. I try and guess along with it. I need to be one of the judges because I feel like I could do really well. Next is also on TV right now, and it is 911. This show gets me every single time. It hits you right in the heartstrings. Oh my god, every single character, this is definitely character driven and story driven. It's kind of both. Because it has plot lines that just suck you in, but the family dynamic and my favorite character is Buck, and god, I love him. But I really, really like the show. So good. Yesterday was the first part of the 2-part season finale. We're not watching it till next Monday because I know I'm just going to get pissed off and I need to wait till I can watch both parts. So we're waiting. The next one is On My Block. Another show that I love that I will keep watching, except the ending. No. Monse forgets her friends? No. I don't like Caesar completely in the Santos. I'm just not about that. And then Oscar turning into a little bitch, growing out his hair. I did not expect any of that coming. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I'm also like, I don't know how I feel. And I don't know if is there going to be another season? Somebody let me know about that, but we'll see. And the next is Greenhouse Academy. I always watch this. This is a pretty dumb show too, but I always watch it. I'm always intrigued. I'd love to go to a school like this, but like, I would love to have gone to a school like this because I forget that I'm an adult sometimes. I'll keep watching it though because I think it's cute. I like the people. I watched quite a bit of movies before the actual like quarantine and wanting you to stay at home happened. I watched a lot of Nicholas Sparks and a lot of cutesy movies, so that was fun. I have a little list in front of me. We rewatched the Twilight Saga, just like feel good things. I watch a lot of new movies that I've never seen before, which is cool. But this past month, when you're really quarantined, I have turned to Disney movies, and not just any, like Disney movies that I haven't seen before. I was raised on Disney, so like I've seen a lot, but I also haven't seen a lot of like the classic ones. So I started rewatching that. Some of them like Cinderella, which I've never seen, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, I've never seen any of the basic princesses. But I've also watched all like the continuations of them, like 2 and 3, where they tell stories. I also watched Beauty and the Beast, the 2 extras, because obviously I've seen that. It's one of my favorite ones. Same thing with Aladdin. I've seen the extra movies that continue their story, kind of. They were all cute. I really liked all of them. I watched all the Lady and the Tramps. I've never seen those before. The real one was so cute. I really liked seeing it. I watched Alice in Wonderland, which I've never seen, and then the continuations of The Little Mermaids. That was pretty cool to see. I watched Peter Pan for the first time. I know I haven't seen really any classics. I suck. And I also watched both Atlantis movies, and I really, really, really liked those. So every single Disney movie I've watched, I've liked so far. I thought they were so cute. I actually didn't really like the animated Alice in Wonderland that much. But I watched the real life Alice in Wonderland, and that was great. And I'm gonna watch Alice Through the Looking Glass once it's on Disney Plus because it's not there yet. And last but certainly not least are my top 8 favorite shows that I have watched. Starting off with Spinning Out, which was so good. It's about ice skating, and the acting, the storyline, it incorporated mental health so well. A lot of the characters struggle with it, and that was amazing to see. The acting was wonderful. I loved their relationship. Please watch the show. It was so good. I might have to rewatch because I said I wanted to rewatch before, but I didn't want to rewatch it right away, and I watched this in January, so I think it's time. Next is cheer. I was a cheerleader for 12 years, and seeing this brought me back so much good times and good memories. It was very nostalgic, and God, I love it. I'm also the biggest fan of Gabby Butler. I have been since Moed days when they had their little series on YouTube. From Awesomeness TV, that's what it was. Watch it. So good. I loved seeing it. I loved being back in that atmosphere. It made me really sad, but also super happy at the same time, just to remember that time in my life. But yeah, I love this show so much. Next one I watched was Killer Inside the Mind of Aaron Hernandez. That was so good. It brought you such like you got every detail, or what you think, because obviously you didn't get his side, but I definitely think he did. I think he's guilty. Just my opinion. And it's just crazy to see the change in somebody so young to have been this to be his life. It was just wild, and I really liked watching it. I was intrigued, watched the whole thing in a weekend. It was so good. Next, of course, was Tiger King. When that came out, I was sucked in just like everybody else. Carol Baskin killed her husband. There ain't no doubt about it. Killed her husband. Where did? Can't convince me that it didn't happen. Fed them to tigers, they snacking. What's happening? Carol Baskin. Anyway, I loved it so much, just like everybody else in the world. I know everybody's been watching it. It was so good, so intriguing, and it's weird because I feel like if we weren't in quarantine, this show would not be as popular as it is. Also watching this, I have been to Doc Antle's sanctuary. I went when I was younger in Myrtle Beach. We just wanted to go randomly, and they are so cute. I got to hold a baby tiger, and he is so right. You get sucked in with these little babies. It's definitely crazy, and I can see why people go mad for exotic cats. Next was Self-Made, inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker. Octavia Spencer did so good. I loved this show. Oh my goodness, it was so cute. It was also like, this is history, so you're learning something, because you know, it's not all just about TV shows. You gotta learn something too. But I thought it was so good. She dealt with so much as not just a woman, but a Black woman, and the things that this lady has been through and has accomplished in her life, and the fact that she went from absolutely nothing to owning the house next to Rockefeller. Like, she did that. Next is one of my new favorite shows ever, and that is All American. I loved this. I thought it was so good. I love sports. Anything. Sports, TV shows, sports movies. I've always been intrigued with them. My favorite movie ever is Remember the Titans, so definitely always love that. The characters are amazing. The stories, every single person got daddy issues in the show though, and I thought that was so funny that every single character does. But I loved it, and I love me some Jordan Baker. I'm also thinking about rewatching this one because I kind of sped through because I was just loving it. And I was just like binging it and going crazy. Now I want to rewatch and see if I missed anything because I really did love it, and it's become one of my favorite shows of all time. The next is a newer one. And it is Never Have I Ever. This was cutesy, but it also had such good meaning behind it. That last episode made me bawl my eyes out and appreciate family so much. It was adorable, and everything just worked out perfectly. I'm not gonna say who, but at the end she ended up with who I wanted her to be with, so like, I love when that happens. Please watch this. It was so cute. And last but not least, another one of my favorites of all time is Outer Banks. I know everybody's watching this. I know everybody has fallen in love with this, just like me. Now, I have to know if you are a John B or a JJ girl. I am personally JJ. God, I love him. God, I love this story. Do you know what I absolutely loved, though? Her name is Kiara. I have never heard Kiara as the name in anything except The Lion King, where I got my name from. Never. So I thought this was amazing, and I loved seeing it, and every time they said Kiara, I was like, you're talking to me. But this was incredible, and I'm so excited. They just got renewed for a season 2, so I'm like, this is so exciting. I feel like a little fangirl again, but I'll always be a fangirl, and I'm okay with it. But I saw this post that they were like, if you are a Nate Archibald and a Stefan Salvatore girl, you are a John B. And if you are a Damon Salvatore or a Chuck Bass, you are a JJ. And that's not true, because I'm a Stefan all the way. I don't like Damon. Come for me. And when it comes to Gossip Girl, I love Nate. I think he's great, but it's Chuck all the way. How do you not love Chuck? You hate him, and then you fall absolutely in love with him. And then I am a JJ. All the way. He's perfect. He got some serious issues too, and he just needs somebody there for him. I know people want it to be Kiara, but I don't. I want it Kiara and Pope to be together, and I want somebody else to come and just be there for JJ. If y'all want to cast me, I will be there for JJ. I will gladly. Sitting here talking about these shows and movies forever. So I think I've talked enough. But yeah, there's not much else to do except watch stuff. So I know you're all watching the same things that I am. Probably loving it just as much as me. That's what it seems like on my freaking TikTok For You page. That's all I see. But yeah, let me know what you guys are watching, what your feelings are about any of the shows that I talked about. If you want to fight me in the comments about some of my comments or what. But yeah, just leave something down below and I'll definitely respond. I love talking about movies and TV. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope everybody is being safe. Stay home. Watch this when you're at home bored. Yeah, if you liked it, definitely give it a like. Be sure to share and subscribe to my channel to see more. Also, if you do want to see more of me, you can follow all my social media. It will be listed down below in the description, so definitely give that a follow. Yeah, thank you again for watching this. It means a lot to me, and until next time.